Dreams, the love of music collide, where independent musicians emerge into the spotlight. This is Indie Beginnings.
Lately, what I've been calling it is indie folk rock, described as if you took John Mayer and Ben Folds and blended them together, that may be something along the lines of what you'd get with Dolson. Actually heading down to finish up mixing the record 89. 89 is this tension between this youthful naivety and just the cynicism that comes with life, that no matter what happens, there's still comfort and safety in family. When I started going to school in Akron, it just kind of made sense to start playing around here. But yeah, music is just something I'm really passionate about, and all I really hope to do in 5 years is to have a stable enough career that I can be working on music full time and paying my bills. I sat down with Andy Osenga. He's a great songwriter. The two of us sat down and we co-wrote this thing, and we kind of had this bonding experience of shared failed relationships. Definitely have had my fair share of relationships that haven't worked out, and that music has definitely been a dream of mine. They say that overnight success happens after about 15 years. So I'm only about 4 years into it, so I got another, 11 years left before we hit the overnight success.
Lowdown's fine arts reporter, Michael Burgoyne, is going to help us spread the peace.
Bringing Yoko Ono in and having her artwork where it exhibits many maps. And she asked the viewer to take a stamp and to place on that actual map where they think peace could be fostered or should be, or where they would like to see it.
The idea that the viewer of any artwork contributes as much to the meaning of that artwork as the artist does is something that begins to emerge in the 1960s. And in Yoko's case, much of her conceptual art takes the form of text.
Some of her earlier works were actually just books and texts, guides. And in that, the first one was how to obtain an aesthetic experience. She was giving you instructions on that, and then you filled in the rest.
And it requires that the viewer sort of imagine in his or her mind whatever it is that's being communicated. In the case of this exhibition, her art has been concerned with peace.
Where should we have this peace? How about our own backyards? So I think she's providing a beautiful opportunity to influence the youth of today.
A man controlled by lunacy and demons, trying desperately to suppress the urges of his mindless chaos. A soul lost in his own world, a world alone and desperate. This is the story of Carol Augustine.
The music is not to appreciate the vibrations going through your ear. It's more the visual stimulus or stimuli that you see when I perform.
What's the next selection on our plate? Get hooked on what's to come.
Guitars will go out rocking,
But first we need to learn how to play.
nothing I've ever said has come out right.
So let's get back to you.
Well, I'll take this little finger and we'll see how it feels inside.
Little changes in my life, would I change them for the wrong or the right? But I can't stop thinking of you. Little changes that I do. Little changes. audience seems to be drawn in by my voice. They say it's just smooth and soothing. Take a moment and bless the world around. Lift up your hands towards the sky, touch the ground. Put yourself in someone's shoes. Never a moment too late, never a moment too soon. I wanted to thank you for holding my hand, 'cause the times with you were the best I've ever had. Now it's time to go, but not without a tear. But you know that I love you, and I wish you were here.
Wow, I don't know about you, but that sound really touched my soul. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Indie Beginnings. I'm your host, Michael Burgoyne, reminding you always, dream for the stars, for one day might be your beginning.